person. She's not a numbers person. You can't confuse her like that. Good evening, Carol and John Choppers. I was taking a nice relaxing seat in our new kids' table and chairs, which are super cool and well designed and scratch resistant. Also big booty resistant. So we're stoked about that. We got new chairs too, so we did everything. That's what we're excited about today. This Tuesday was wonderful. See how chipper I am? Andrea looks really chipper too. You can't see her. John Cheer looks pretty chipper. We described this comic week as coming off of like working out really hard, which we all really do all the time, and lifting like 200-pound weights because that's normal, and then going to like lifting 5-pound weights because we were done and we felt like we screwed up, but we didn't. It's awesome. We've got a good week. I'm gonna back Andrea up. We had a really fun time at this. Oh, this is backed by popular demand too. We had a really good time. Thank you everybody who showed up for our signing with Matt Rosenberg and Tyler Boss on Sunday. They had a wonderful time. They signed exactly from 4:00 until 6:00. The last guy in line was out at 5:55. They spent an awesome amount of time with everybody. People bought their new stuff to get signed, of which we still have some. We'll show you at the end of the table here. And then they brought weird stuff like What's the Furthest Place From Here had 45 records that they did that were a little scarce, and a couple people had those, and it was awesome. On a personal note, I collected those, and I never thought I would see the 7th one because Diamond going down the toilet would never ship it out, and they had one in their car.
No, you're kidding.
Oh, I didn't tell you that?
No, that's
fantastic. I
fantastic.
looked at Matt and Tyler, and I was like, oh, man, I'm going to keep on the hunt for 7, see if it ever shows up. And they're like, we got one in the car, man. It was awesome. So I got to complete my weird indie infinity gauntlet of 45 records.
That is great.
Isn't that cool?
That is fantastic.
So that's our update on that. That was awesome. Upcoming, we've got a nice mellow April. I'm not sure about comic releases. We'll fill you in on those on Tuesday nights. But on the third Thursday of the month is the 17th. Yep. We will have late night comics. It's always fun to do those every month and see what John kind of comes up with on a whim to make those super fun. As of now, I just know what day it's on, so that's cool. That's a start. Yeah.
Yay.
And then in a month from this Thursday, so on May 3rd is Free Comic Book Day. It's all coming together really well. What I know so far is that we have a lot of the Free Comic Book Day books, which is awesome. We can get started on those, and we're going to be taking over this corner of the plaza again, so we'll be in the old. I feel weird coming at the old Tanix line because it hasn't been there for a long time. But it will be in a storefront very close to us, so we can all gather in this corner and have all the art and artists and pleasantries and fun and festivities all centered right here. So that was really fun for us last year, and we're jazzed about it.
First appearances. Let's do it. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu number 7 has a real stupid one. It's a team appearance of Pool Party, which is misleading as a Deadpool fan because I'm pretty sure that's not actually Deadpool, but we'll find out, or you will when you read the issue. Maybe it's Deadpool Pool with who owns the actual pool.
All I know is that the first appearance of the Chalk really steals the show.
Well, yeah,
that one's awesome. And the other guy they introduced in there as part of the team doesn't even do anything. So that's great. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur has a 10-year anniversary, which is great. I'm glad they're celebrating this. And it is the first appearance of Moon Dinosaur and Devil Girl. You'll see them on the cover of a couple books here when we get to that on the table. Helverine number 5 has a personal favorite first appearance of Hell Hulk. I love me some different Hulks. And then Concert of Champions, a Dazzler-themed one-shot, has the first appearance of Deep Void, which is kind of an evil band. Yep. Not going to say any more about that book because my mom always told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Previews. We got previews on the table. There's some new stuff in there from Dying Company. But right next to it, you've got...
That's what you want to see, bro.
Right next to it, we've got new stuff from Image, starting with their collected editions this week, the first of which being From the Ghost Machine, End of Things, Rook Exodus. It's volume 1 in paperback. Arguably our favorite of the Ghost Machine titles. It is coming back soon. We actually asked Jeff Johns personally. You did, right?
I did.
We asked him personally. Rook's coming back. They're coming back with a bang, so this will collect the entire first story arc and get you hooked just in time for new issues in a couple months. And then, speaking of first volumes, Spawn Rat City is kind of your Spawn 2099, and that first volume is there too. One reprint from Image this week is Rick Remender's Seasons number 2,
with a beautiful cover mirroring, or very similar to the first print cover, because it was just that good. And then we get our first image number 1 of the week is I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer. It's the same creative team that brought you Plastic, Plush, and Vinyl, and Plastic too.
And Plastic too.
It is exactly what it sounds like. This girl has embraced the fact that she is a serial killer. She is not hiding it from anyone she doesn't need to hide it from, especially herself, and she definitely uses people's skins in really beautiful ways.
Look at the back.
And I'm told to show the back. Oh, that's not leather.
No.
So that's an awesome number 1, really fun read. Going to be a mini series. I think it's five issues.
I believe, yeah.
The other cool number 1 is a one-shot from Image this week. It's going to be a series of one-shots. If you have G.I. Joe Real American Hero on your file, we gave you these one-shots. They're all in the spirit of the groundbreaking G.I. Joe Silent issue number 21 from the original Marvel run of stuff, which we're going to talk about a little bit more here in a second. But this is a one-shot featuring Beachhead. They are all silent issues. So really great artwork, really cool creative teams, and really exploring the different ways to use the medium there. There's your cover A for that one. And if you'd like it for your consideration, cover B. Center of the table gets us some more Ghost Machine. This one is Hyde Street, number 5. We're kind of revisiting the characters from the Devour one-shot a few months ago at the end of last year. And then a new issue of Hornsby and Halo. They're on number 5 also. Then we got a lot of Spawn. We'll kick it off with a new Spawn miniseries. It is called The Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx. This is the cover we're going to call cover A, the beginning of a 7-issue miniseries for that. Here's cover B, and cover C is your blank cover. Same and Twitch have a new issue in the Spawnverse. They're on number 12. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Spawn Scorched is on issue number 39. There's your only cover we got on the table if you like that one. And then Lucky Devils is on issue number 3 of that miniseries, about almost halfway through. And then Monkey Meat, the book that I love introducing every time it comes out, is on issue number 2 of 5. Right above that, aforementioned G.I. Joe Infamous issue number 21 is a silent issue all about Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I get my ninjas confused.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, one of the first silent issues ever in comic books. Definitely one of the most well received. Not a facsimile edition, technically. It is a new printing. But you can see they replaced the Marvel stuff with Skybound. There's modern ads on it and stuff, so we wouldn't feel good and accurate in reporting to you that it was a facsimile, because it's not. But we do have multiple covers. There's cover A, is almost identical to the original cover, but it's in cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. Then we got cover B is the blank cover, and cover C by Cooper. Fun Marvel collection in the middle of the table. 2 different covers of the same thing, but the Marvel art of Michael Turner. They've been doing these big, beautiful hardcovers, the Marvel art of insert artist there. There is, like I said, 2 covers. So cover A if you'd like to claim it, and cover B if you'd like to claim it. Continuing with Marvel collections, we've got Fantastic Four. This one's The Fate of the Four, the complete story arc in paperback by Chip Zdarsky. Next to it, a reprint of the original Sentry miniseries, which was very well received. It's by Paul Jenkins. It is technically mixed among the first appearance of the Sentry, but should definitely be celebrated for its Jay Lee artwork all the way through. A very cool Treasury edition for Marvel this week. It's Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood. I do not know why I did not order this for myself. I think I forgot.
You'll get it when you do reorders.
I'm going to get it. A Marvel Masterworks rarely hits the table, but John Dudas loves some things inexplicably. So West Coast Avengers, it's the first time they've had a Marvel Masterworks appearance. So it's all their early appearances. I think the first 10 issues of that series. Ish. Epic Collections, Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. We got Siege of Darkness and Defenders, World Gone Sane. Doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
It happens.
Hulk looks mad about it. And then one reprint for Marvel this week is Doom Academy number 1. One World Under Doom is in full swing, and now we're getting reprints. Ultimate Marvel this week gives us Ultimate X-Men number 14. Oh, you didn't do it. I didn't notice. That's okay. I'll mention it later. Ultimate X-Men number 14. There's your cover A. Here's your very colorful cover B and Trippy. Hey, Kyle, where's your eyeballs? And then we got a 1 in 25 variant for $15. I did not price the variants this week. Yell at somebody else. Immortal Thor is on issue number 22 with another gorgeous Alex Ross cover A, and then the first of the connecting covers for the Marvel Universe on cover B, cover C, and our 1 in 50 blue line art variant for $25. Miles Morales Spider-Man's on issue number 32. Looks like he came out of that Deadpool crossover unscathed.
Hey, he's still alive.
Sticking up with an ongoing series, starting a new story arc, God War. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And 1 in 25 variant for $15. West Coast Avengers is still trucking with issue number 6. That's your cover A. Another Marvel Universe connecting cover for cover B. Here's cover C. Cover D is your Marvel Capcom variant. And then another one of those blue line art 1 in 50 variants for $25. Helverine is number 5 is that aforementioned first appearance of Hell Hulk. Definitely a don't miss. And it's also a Mephisto fight most of the time too, which is pretty rad. There's your cover A. And then we got a 1 in 25 variant for $12 to go along with it. Here's what I was going to say before. X-Men is on issue number 14 this week, and I thought it was a fun serendipitousness because Ultimate X-Men also on number 14, little crossing of the universe. But there's your cover A for X-Men number 14. Here's another one of those Marvel Universe connecting variants on cover B. Cover C is the April Fool's Day variant, one of my faves. And if you want to notice, he's eating a chimichanga and has a spare chimichanga tucked under his arm.
As one does.
Smart move. And a 1 in 50 new character variant for $15 for X-Men number 14. And another 1 in 50 blue line art variant for $35. Probably because of Loki.
For whatever
And
reason.
Kraven, and that's Magneto with no mask. Next to it, continuing with X-Men, we got Psylocke on issue number 6. There's cover A, and we've got a cover B to go along with it. And then it's a whole row of Venom, and it's all new. It's number 5. It was a long-awaited issue of Venom because we've been left in a little bit of a limbo about who is piloting the symbiote right now. They gave us 4 options. I will tell you that it is a satisfying answer to that question, 100%. Saying no more than that. But we got plenty of covers to go over. A very purple cover A. Suspect number 1, cover B. Suspect number 2, cover C. Suspect number 3, cover D. Suspect number 4, cover E. Do I do it?
You can. It's
yeah.
It's
Spoiler variant,
Yep.
cover F. There's cover G. There's cover H. Jeez. And a 1 in 25 variant for $15. I'm glad I kept that all together. I
Yeah.
usually don't follow my alphabet that way.
no. You
Another big book this week, Concert of Champions, is a one-shot. If you previously had the Dazzler miniseries on your file, we did give you this one-shot. It is all about her current tour, even the tour that was being participated in that book, I believe, and kind of how that's turning out. And if an evil rock band shows up on the tour, I'm going to tell you right now, it's strife-filled. There's cover A. Fabulous cover price range for this one. There's cover B. I do truly love the piano below the
Right.
logo. Here's cover C. Little classic. Cover D. And a 1 in 50 variant for $40. You got those Dazzler lovers out there.
Yep.
Spider Boy is on issue number 18. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Another one shot this week. Again, that first appearance of Devil Girl and Moon Dinosaur. So there's your cover A. Here are those new characters on cover B. Cover C, a little bit of a celebration. Cover D. And then a 1 in 10 design variant with the new characters on it. Wink, wink, for $8. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu, that dumb team, they show up. They're on issue number 7.
But it's
There's
all about
cover
the
A.
chalk.
It's all about the chalk. There she is. They don't even put the... Oh, there he is. And then cover B is your Marvel Universe connecting variant for that. Ironheart has a one-shot?
Yep.
No. It's a...
Nope, one shot.
Is it? Bad Chemistry is a one-shot. She hasn't been around a minute, so they're keeping the property alive. Do you have anything else to add? I didn't read this one.
I have not read it yet either.
Even on a small week.
Yep.
There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. And then a big one. Everybody loves this game. Everybody's playing this game. I talked to people who I didn't even know that they knew video games existed, and they're playing Marvel Rivals. So I'm sure someone out there is too. The big thing about this issue with this Marvel Rivals is a one-shot. It is reprinting originally online exclusive content for Marvel, but if you haven't read it, it's fun. And if you get a physical copy, you do get an in-game code to use, which I know all of you are now salivating over. But on top of being an in-game code to use, it is a Jeff-themed in-game item. Is a Jeff. So no one's saying
with
no to
Jeff
Jeff the Shark.
appearances within. as
Oh,
well,
a ton
so,
of Jeff
yeah.
appearances. Ton of Jeff appearances. So Marvel Rivals one shot, soon to be followed by more in a couple months. So there's cover A, wonderful cover B.
Look at Jeff
There he is. He's ready to go with his little water wings because he's a land shark. And then cover C with Galacta.
Galactina? Yeah.
Galactus' daughter.
There you go.
It's a row of pool. I'm really stoked about this. Deadpool number 13 comes out this week. It's in the middle of a story arc, but you get a Wolverine appearance in there, which everybody always loves. Deadpool and Wolverine.
I love the big giant, like, look,
Just
special
in case you couldn't
appearance.
see it. Yeah, you could have just put him on it. And then we got a great cover B. Both Deadpools team him up. But more importantly, a new miniseries started, written by Cullen Bunn, following up from a very, very well-received and still very well-selling Deadpool series called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. This is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe one last time because they did the first one and then again, and now we're on number 3, and he's really meta, so he's doing it on the cover. Essentially, this one is taking the viewpoint of the same Deadpool we've seen killing the Marvel Universe, but he's going after very, very well-received what-if characters, and I don't really mean like strict what-if, I mean like Superior Spider-Man in the universe where he's still around, or Frankencastle in the universe where he's still around. Capwolf.
Castle.
You've got Daredevil if he embraced the devil during Shadowland. A lot of stuff like that that we would totally read miniseries of if they still wrote those characters. And it's rad. It definitely is wrapping up, you can tell, but it's going to be a 4-parter, I believe. So there's cover A for that one. Here's cover B. I really want him to get on the board. I'm trying to put it in the world. Here's your homage cover C. Here's your cover D that looks like a blank variant, but it's not, you pervs.
Ha!
Looking at his back cover. I love that one. I love it, but I hate it because I bag and board all my stuff, so now I can't see it.
Flip it.
Yeah.
I could do that. But we're not even to the top of the Marvel table yet. The top of the Marvel table is a new 3-issue miniseries written by Charles Soule, who had a great Daredevil run, very, very celebrated, and I'm stoked to see him back. It's called Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. It is a love letter to Dark Knight Returns again, which is fine because that's a great book, and we should be trying to replicate it. Daredevil is done. There's been some war in the Marvel Universe. Everybody's done. Cap's old. The world's kind of shattered, and he's just trying to run a soup kitchen and be a good guy with no powers. As I say, though, the world war is still ongoing, so we're getting bits and pieces of information about that, and he gets relatively sucked back into it. It is a fantastic first issue. It has fantastic artwork. The motion of this issue moving from slow to fast is perfectly done. I am so jazzed for this to be a 3-issue miniseries that I can just devour and regurgitate and tell people to read. I'm super, super stoked. And we've got 2 really, really great covers to kick it off. Andrea's arm is breaking, but I'll show you. This is cover A, which is amazing. And not going to lie, Frank Miller did not screw up this cover B. Frank Miller did this, and it's fantastic. Its color is great. Its shadow is great. Its contrast is great. I'm all about it. So we've got the 2 big stacks there, but then cover C is Rose Besh. We got cover D, and then a 1 in 25 variant for $15. Really, really great week for Marvel, so I'm stoked. Because I'm stoked to pass it off because John Schu's got a good week for DC, too.
I do. So we're back to absolutes, like tons of absolutes now, and they are all hitting on all cylinders. The first one this week is Absolute Green Lantern, and as much as this, like, she is the new Green Lantern, she is the Absolute Green Lantern, but never fear, there is Hal Jordan full on, like, here you go. It is a Hal Jordan Green Lantern story as well. And John Stewart's in there. We've got mention of Guy. Haven't seen him yet. But it is as good a first issue as you would want from a Green Lantern story. And let me tell you, Abin Sur is an alien in this book. It's not a purple dude like going, here's a ring. Oh no, this is one crazy looking alien, and in the best way possible. just as good as all the other Absolutes. Like this is what I want from the Absolute line. I want to see these characters put through their paces in a way that I have not seen before, especially an origin I have not seen before, and they've done it. There you go.
I have two good things to add for my
Please,
personal
yes.
experience with Absolute Green Lantern. One, Green Lantern as an ongoing title has been a little out there lately. Like, it's been deep in the story arc. It had a lot of outer space politics that are hard to follow if you haven't been reading it the whole way through, but you're rewarded if you have been. This is ground level starting point, which leads to my second point, where I have been dabbling in Green Lantern for a long time, since before Blackest Night. Andrea has not. We read it pretty much in tandem, and we were both really rewarded for the read. Like, it has so much that you can just dive into, and so much where you're like, oh, like, I know Green Lantern mythos, and this is a good turn on that head, on that side of the coin. So
Yeah.
I'm real stoked about this. I was a little shaky on Green Lantern Absolute, but I'm not anymore.
So there's your cover A. There's your cover B. There's your cover C. Cover D. Got a cover E. We work back down. Blanks cover F. Spiffy shiny foil variant. We've got a 1 in 25 variant, which is actually really, really cool for $15. Then we've got the 1 in 50 variant for $30. And we have a 1 in 100 variant for $80.
The other thing that's great too is, like, people get really turned off when there's like a new Green Lantern and they try and make you love them. This person is barely in this book. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what's awesome. There's an origin story here that doesn't even involve her yet.
Yet.
So I'm real jazzed about where they're going to go with this.
Yeah. And then, woo! The surprise of the week. Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma, a character that came out in the 90s that was not, I'm going to say forgettable, but did we need a resurrection of Resurrection Man?
No.
But we do.
Yeah.
Because Ram V kicked major butt on this book. It is a Black Label book. So far, no swearing, but man, it is creepy, sort of gory, but all about, like, Ram V, when he writes best, he's writing about life and death and how it affects us. And this is the perfect book for that, because, I mean, he is resurrecting every time he dies. And if you've never read Resurrection Man, page 1 gives you his entire, like, what you need to know about him. The artwork in this is great. This was by far our sleeper hit of the week.
Oh man, we
Like,
all love this book.
Yeah.
And if you liked New Gods, same writer, which I actually didn't know when I cracked this book. If you like New Gods, it's that same approachable cosmic heaviness that you want. Like, you want it when you pick it up.
Yeah.
So I would say give this book a shot. Absolutely try number 1.
Yeah.
I think it's only a 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah. So there you go.
Man, that book was so good. Dying so you can live. Such a good tagline.
And
You want to tell the rub of Resurrection Man?
He's
Essentially,
dying to save you.
that's what it is. But essentially, Resurrection Man absorbs a new power. He comes back to life when he dies, and he gets a power based on how he died. So if he gets lit on fire, he comes back with flame powers. If he gets thrown out of a plane, he could fly. If he gets electrocuted, he got sparkle fingers. Yeah, like, it's such a good first read.
But then we get another Absolute book, Absolute Superman, issue number 6. It is the all Smallville issue, and you get Ma and Pa Kent. This is what we've been waiting for in this book, and it delivers in spades. This is fantastic. It is building on his origin. It is, like, Absolute Superman has literally been getting better and better with every issue, and this one just gets better than number 5. It's great. It's like, it should have been one of the top 3, and it is. So there you go. Cover A. There's your cover B. There's your cover C. We've got a $12 1 in 25 variant. We have a $20 1 in 50 variant. Next to that, Poison Ivy's on issue number 32. Secret 6 is on issue number 2. We finally get, like, the big bads of Secret 6 showing up in here. Deadshot and Catman, finally. Thank you. So there's your cover A. There's your cover B.
I laugh, but Catman is legitimately awesome.
Oh, yeah. JSA number 6. There is a lot going on in this book. Like, a lot. So, like, if you've been, like, holding off on it, jump in.
Thank
There's
you,
your
Jeff
cover
Lemire.
A. There's your cover B. Birds of Prey number 20. Perfect starting point to jump on. New story arc. They are thrown into it. Somebody's after all of them, and they're like, we know it's a trap. We're going to go into it. They don't realize how bad a trap it is. It's great. So there's Birds of Prey. Batgirl's on number 6. As it said, mother and daughter bonding. Adam Project from the Justice League is on issue number 4. There's your cover A. Mark Spears cover B. Two-Face on issue number 5. Still, I think at least one more issue.
Yeah, 506.
Thank goodness. So yeah, but there's your cover A. Your awesome cover B. Facsimile edition this week, Batman 614. It is a spiffy, shiny foil variant for that one there. Teen Titans Go is wonderful. They're just doing Rashomon. So something happens, and they get all 3 different points of view as to what happened, and it's as charming and perfect as you can possibly imagine. And you get to see Raven speak her real name, so it's wonderful. Collections, Batman Offworld. The Jason Aaron book that took forever to come out is collected, and it is great.
Worth every freaking minute we waited.
Yes. So there's your cover A. I'm just going to call it cover A. There's your cover B for the collection. Either one is great. Just get it if you haven't read it yet. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Kryptonian Age. This is part 1 of that series. $30 gets you that hardcover. Death in the Family, Robin Lives from the DC Vault. So basically, he's alive when Joker has blown up Robin, and what happens after that in this collection. Gotham City Year 1 by Tom King and Phil Hester is a perfect noir collection in softcover finally. Below that, Punk Rock Jesus.
Whoa! I got it.
Yep.
This is one of my favorite books of all time. I've talked about it a lot. I will talk about it a lot more. But I've rarely read a comic that hits the emotional notes, like page turns. True, shocking moments, great concept, all art by Sean Murphy, which is phenomenal in every way except that it's not in color, but doesn't bug me. And the cool part is that if you've already read this a million times like I have and own it 5 times like I do, you're about to own it a 6th because there's 10 extra story pages mixed in. It's not like you can just pick this up off the table and lollygag around the shop and see what you missed. Got to read it again. Shucks. So that's what I'm going to go do.
It's not like
tonight.
a whole new epilogue or anything like that.
Nope.
Oh no, they
Nope.
shove it right in there.
Yep, and it is fantastic. This is absolutely the best $20 you can spend this week. I promise you.
And what's fun about this too is I had never read it until we forced each other to read collections we've never read, and he is absolutely right. It is fantastic in every way. Art, story, everything you want.
Just name of that series, man. Like you can tell somebody you just read Punk Rock Jesus and they're like, what?
Yep.
You must be so sophisticated and cool.
Next to that, DC's finest is the Peacemaker stuff from early to 80s. There you go. It's all collected in here.
He kills for peace.
He does. Animal Pound from Tom King is his version of Animal Farm. It is a wonderful, we've got it in hardcover, and it's all of, $30? Yeah, $30 get you the entire series, and it's fantastic. Maybe Andrew's pick of the week, Toxic Avenger, fully collected in trade paperback. We've got more coming. We've got the movie.
Yeah,
They're saying it's on its way.
And Toxic Crusaders.
So get the full collection here. And then from Minor Threats Barfly, the full collection of that is here. Distillery has Big Burn. It's issue number 3, I believe. Mm-hmm. So there was that. Stranger Things, Dungeons and Dragons is on issue number 2. There's your cover A. And there's your cover B, which is way cooler than cover A. Godzilla Heist is on issue number 2.
Oh, I can't wait to read that.
I know. It's so good. Star Trek Lore Wars is within the actual Star Trek ongoing universe. This is the part 1 of I want to say 8-part series that is crossing over between 2 of the titles. TMNT Naruto issue number 2, second print. because it's good. You should be reading it.
It's that simple.
Cruel Kingdoms on issue number 4. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. And your cover C. Next to that, Red Sonja attacks Mars. Previously, we had Mars attacks Red Sonja. Now she's going after them. You get it. So you get the awesome story, and you get a trading card.
Ack.
You've got to love it. For everybody who's been waiting for it, I'm going to hold it up. Mark Spears Monsters, 4th print. We finally got him in. So for everybody who's looking for Mark Spears Monsters, here you go. Just cool concept, cool story. I love the fact that the flashbacks are in black and white.
That is cool.
So there's that. So we ordered enough. So you got your cover A, and we have a 1 in 20 variant, your Nintendo like Friday the 13th like homage variant, for $50. There you go.
That's a very generous price.
Yes.
We debated.
All right. Plague House from Oni. We got the preview copy at the retailer Comics Pro, and now it's out, so you can get it yourself. So there's that, and then $5 if you want the Comics Pro retailer edition.
Did you read it?
I've not
Andrea?
read it yet.
I read a preview of it.
Okay.
So it's like ghost hunters going into a house.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably actually is haunted.
It looks pretty freaking haunted.
Yeah.
One of them may be getting possessed by the killer who killed his family in this house.
Woof.
Bad
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Bad things. So, cover A, cover B. Vampirilla's back. So it's number 1 or issue 676, as with legacy numbering. There's your cover A by Spears, and your cover B. Terminator's on issue number 6. There you go. Melty Terminator. Gotcha Man's on issue number 8. And then from AWA, Polis by Mark Russell. This was
It's a one-shot that has, I don't know if you guys can stretch your imagination to imagine a pretty crappy world where a lot of stuff is happening and people want to escape from it. And they basically form a refugee camp in the sky with new fancy sci-fi technology. And there's some shenanigans with the mixture of people who get up there. But Mark Russell is such a smart writer. I think they're smart to give him one-shots and let him run with them.
And then Night of the Slashers is on issue number 4 of 4. That was like very good, actually. Pop Kills on issue number 2. 27 Run Crash is on issue number 2 of 3. Then we got some little collections. Magic Treehouse with dinosaurs. We've got Jimmy Olsen's Super Cyclopedia. And then How to Talk to Your Succulent, which
We're pretty sure is supposed to be for our boss, but
Yep.
he didn't claim it because he doesn't know how this works.
Yeah.
And then one last new one on the side of not all ages things. I'll let Andrew give you a good view of all the. We have a lot of the fantastic miniseries that Matt Rosenberg and Tyler Boss started and contributed to and finished in graphic novel form. These first issues of their really excellent currently running books. But new this week was another variant of We're Taking Everyone Down With Us. That is a die cut cover because everybody loves a good gimmick. But it looks awesome. It feels awesome. And it's a great issue. They also were very nice and signed our ratio variants. So any ratio variant you pick up now has a signature of the creator on it, which is really cool. They were such cool guys. I can't stress it enough. If you ever get a chance to meet them, please do. Give them a knuck for me. And then we got some all ages stuff here at the bottom of the table. New issues of Powerpuff Girls. They're on number 9. DuckTales is on number 4. Darkwing Duck is on number 2. We got Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Bad Batch on issue number 2 with 2 covers. There's cover A. Here's cover B. And then Monster High has a one-shot to come out to go along with their ongoing series of Bullseye. I like the play on words there because that man is a bull.
Yep.
But that is a very reasonable and new comic table. We are not overwhelmed, and we will be very well rested to see you tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and we will sell you your comics on Wednesday.